The legacy of young people who are engaged in a magnificent democratic awakening, the legacy of the feminist movement, the legacy of the anti-homophobic movement, the legacy of all those of goodwill concerned about democracy in an oligarchic moment. And it's very difficult for some people to talk about this during this election campaign, because we got such truncated options, don't we? It's true. I try to watch the debate among the Republican brothers. And even as a Christian, I grab my cognac. Oh, I need it. I'm going crazy. Sometimes you need cognac in the name of Jesus. Because it's so cold-hearted when it comes to what they have to say about poor people. Demonize poor people. Criminalize any talk about poverty. Quite explicit about their defense of the well-to-do at the top. You say, my God. Every once in a while, Ron Paul says something about the American empire, and I kind of look up. Says he say empire? Wow, somebody's got a sense that we got over 1,000 military branches around the world. Somebody has a sense that we got a ship in every ocean. Somebody's got a sense that drones are dropping bombs on innocent people in Yemen and Pakistan. They just escalated again after a halt. Somebody's got a sense of what's going on. There's other human beings out there in the world. You say, but you don't say, Brother Ron. And then the next moment he wants to talk about free markets. I say, oh my God. Oh my God, how magnificent free markets. Back to idol worship again. Here's the free market fundamentalism all over again. Come on, Brother Ron. Spend a little more time with the Occupy movement. Learn something. And as you know, with Brother Ralph Nader and others, we wanted a debate among the Democrats during the primary season. We got trashed. Oh my God. We had the death threats and everything else coming at us. Oh, Lord, you want somebody to debate Brother Barack Obama? Yeah, you don't say, yeah. We had a 96-year-old brother who founded a labor monthly in the 1930s, was the only one to volunteer to debate Obama. Because everybody else scared. I would have done it, but I don't want to run for president. Shoot. No. I'm running from the police and a lot of other things, but I'm not called to run for president. I'm a free man. Oh, I don't want to run the empire. I want to bring it down. Oh yes. Lord, that's true. Now, I do believe that there are such a thing as progressive politicians. I like Bernie Sanders. He said some very important things. I like Brother Steve Cohen from Memphis. He says certain things. Sister Maxine Waters, she can hit it sometimes. Keith Ellis, our Muslim brother from Minnesota, from the Progressive Caucus, he says some decent things sometimes. But one has to decide what one's calling is. If you want to speak an unarmed truth, then you're with the Occupy movement. Then you're with folk who are willing to stretch out and engage in systemic analysis. It's not just short term, but it's to be a long distance freedom fighter. And that's what's so magnificent about the young brothers and sisters of all colors. Because you all are not sprinters, you're in it for the long run. Is that right, young folk? You all in it for the long run? In it for the long run! That's it. Because I'm almost 60 years old myself. Almost 60. And I can remember when I was 18 and we shut down the city of Sacramento. Shut it down for the same issues that we're talking about today. We were highlighting the legacy of white supremacy and the vicious legacy of white supremacy in Sacramento at that time, but we were always connected to what was going on with working people. We're already connected to the need for sisters of all colors to break out of the patriarchal impositions. We were already connected to our gay brothers and lesbian sisters. Huey Newton had written an essay on homosexuality and people's liberation in 1968 from the jail. Oh, Black Panthers talking about gay brothers? Yeah, they love James Baldwin. They love Tennessee Williams. Talking about gay, yes, they love Muriel Rukeyser, the great poet, lesbian poet. They already were in contact in the late 60s. Their primary focus was the legacy of white supremacy, rightly so. If you're black and brown and red, you're going to have to hit that issue head on just to be able to breathe. But at the same time, you're universal. You're concerned with what's going on in every community, no matter what color, just like we're concerned about what's going on in every culture. In every nation as well. And so I just wanted to come by, and you all so deeply inspire me. I got this thing at Florida State tonight. We're going to talk about Brother Martin. And I think we want to be very clear that, we all know that they so deodorized Brother Martin, He's so sanitized that everybody loves him now. But if he were alive, the first place he'd come to in Tallahassee would be the Occupy movement. It would be the first place. The second place he would go to is some prophetic black church. Because he, like me, he's a Jesus-loving free black man. That's just who he was. That's who we are. You got to be honest about who you are, So he said, oh, the Occupy movement, that's my folk. He said, now, what is the connection between what's going on in the Occupy movement and that prophetic church? Now, if he were in Tallahassee, he'd probably have somebody in his posse who want to connect with George Clinton, too. Because they know George Clinton lives in Tallahassee. Now, he himself couldn't say it explicitly because that's a little bit too funky for television. But somebody in his posse would, because there's connection to the music and the struggle and the affirmation of humanity, and then the magnificent courage that is required to pursue unarmed truth, and for him, unconditional love. For many of us, unapologetic love, because when you really love folk, you can't stand the fact that they're being treated unfairly. When you really love folk, you loathe the fact that people are being treated unjustly, and you've got to do something about it. It's like fire in your bones. If you don't do something about it, the rocks are gonna cry out. That's the spirit of Brother Martin.